Beyond the rugged cliffs of Scotland, deep in the North Atlantic, lies a tiny, wind-lashed island, the Flannan Isles, isolated, desolate, and haunted by a mystery that has remained unsolved for over a century. 3 men vanished from the lighthouse in 1900, leaving behind no bodies, no signs of struggle, only a cryptic journal and an eerie silence that lingers to this day. What happened to the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers? This is their chilling story. In December 1900, 3 experienced lighthouse keepers, James Duckett, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur, were stationed on the island. Their job was simple: maintain the lighthouse, keep the beacon burning, and record their observations. They were alone, miles from civilization, with nothing but the ocean and the wind for company. But something was waiting for them. The first sign that something was wrong came from the lighthouse's logbook. Normally filled with routine notes about the weather and maintenance, the entries suddenly became unsettling. One of them read, "Severe winds the likes of which I have never seen before." Yet, weather reports indicated that no such storm had been recorded anywhere near the island at that time. The next entries were even more disturbing. One stated that all 3 men had been praying, something strange, considering they were experienced sailors, hardened to the brutal forces of nature. The final, cryptic log entry simply read, "Storm ended. Sea calm. God is over all." It was the last thing ever written by the keepers. On December 26th, the relief crew arrived on the island. But something was wrong. No one came to greet them. The lighthouse was eerily silent. Inside, the clocks had stopped. A meal sat half-eaten on the table, as if the men had left in a hurry. The logbook was there, but the keepers were gone. The only clues left behind were 2 sets of raincoats missing from their hooks, while the third remained. The last recorded weather reports indicated that the seas were calm, so why would they leave the lighthouse at all? And more importantly, where did they go? To this day, the Flannan Isles remain uninhabited. Some say, at night, you can still hear whispers carried by the wind, and sometimes, the light flickers on, even when no one is there to tend it. A lighthouse that should be empty, but perhaps isn't. To this day, the Flannan Isles remain uninhabited. Some say, at night, you can still hear whispers carried by the wind, and sometimes, the light flickers on, even when no one is there to tend it. A lighthouse that should be empty, but perhaps isn't.